1, 2, 3. Go, take one. Take one.
See what I wanna see. I know what I wanna know.
It feels like a good time.
I don't need you to tell me what's true. If you don't like it, baby, you can't love.
Idina, maybe not so slide and top, just hit it.
I see what I wanna see. I know what I wanna know. I don't need you to tell me what's true. If you don't like it, baby, you can't.
I began work on this particular piece back in 1997, I believe. We did a reading of the first act of it called Our Showman, which is based on In a Grove by the Japanese writer Ryonosuke Akutagawa.
It was just the first act. I did the medium in this piece then. So for me, I've been working on this piece for a couple of years.
I always knew that would be a miracle. I wondered when and how.
Mary, very beautiful.
And I will see a miracle.
In terms of performance for the record, it's its own entity. So you want to convey the sense of having seen the show, but also be specific to the medium and find the best version for this recording.
When you record a show, things get condensed, so you can't say all your dialogue, and you may just have one line into a song, on a recording where you actually have a monologue into a song or whatever. You kind of have to think of a shorthand kind of way to bring it all in.
It's our job to hopefully create imagery that will, when someone is listening to certain things, they'll get some picture in their head of what's going on.
I try to tell people, but no one listens. Do you know what that's like when no one listens?
God doesn't see me. He doesn't see me in the numbers in my suits or in my life. He doesn't see my life.
For original cast recordings, I like to capture at the moment when the cast has just opened. So you really get a sense of them being in the midst of it.
We rely on the fact that we've done it for a few weeks in the theater and people are pretty well practiced, and then we make small adjustments for the album.
I'm hearing their voices at the place where everybody else is first hearing them for the first time. And I think that in one sense it creates a sense of newness and freshness every time you will listen to it. Things filter. If the piece that you choose has some sort of universal truth to it, some a point of view that is timeless, and that's what I found so beautiful about Akutagawa and his writing style, as well as his choice of stories.
It's kind of like post 9/11. This reporter who happened to be down when the Trade Centers. Two buildings collapsed and him kind of not knowing exactly what to do. And he kind of ran away from him like so many people did.
Curiosity made me stare into the fire that was coming right my way. Curiosity made me wonder what would happen if I chose to watch and stay.
Any sort of natural disaster that causes us to go, how can you have faith in a time and a place where humanity is so mean? I mean, humans are so mean to one another. Nature itself is mean to humans. I mean, sometimes we have these losses of faith, and it intrigued me an awful lot to explore that in song and in musical theater.
If you really listen to all the underscoring and all the different things, all the different lines, your melody, but also what's being played in the bass line, there's like so much, and it's like it almost tells you what your character is feeling. It's really interesting. So once you learn the math of it and stop counting, because it's really challenging theoretically, his music, then you're all of a sudden like you learn that level, and then oh wow, I don't need to do this because it's already being done in the music.
I don't need an agent. I don't need a job. I don't need the coke or booze. I can kick 'em if I choose, but I could use.
It's theater, I think, in the way that theater was more originally intended to be community communication.
People come and they have all these different opinions, and it makes them go out to dinner and talk about it, and they have extreme opinions, you know, and differing opinions, and I think that's just wonderful in what theater is about, you know, and nobody's ever the same in what they in their interpretation of the show and sort of what our show is about in the first place.
I would die with you. How easily I would. Together we found in this sorrowful city a garden of good. Together, together, together.
Well, that's what the show is about. In many ways, like the truth, like what your truth is, and everybody has a different truth, and that my truth is my truth, and his truth is his truth, and that doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean he's right, it just means that's my own particular truth.
There's lots of blood you can spill. You got the right to kill for God. Eat up, there's more lasagna. You'll earn your saintly reward. Aiming your missiles toward the heathen who do not believe in all the crap that you believe in. You are always a gullible dope. You keep playing dumb and baby you'll be the Pope. So mind your feet before you fall for the great and practical joke.
The story that Glory Day is based on is a story called The Dragon, in which a priest who becomes disgruntled with his faith decides to play a practical joke on everybody. And of course, it backfires on him once it becomes this huge, incredible event. The practical joke, the lie, becomes this truth, but only for him.
Everyone, please listen to me. You have to go home. This is a joke. A terrible, terrible joke. I know because I created it. 2 minutes. Nothing will happen. Listen to me. It was a trick. I wasn't meaning to hurt anyone. Go home, all of you. I'm sorry. I was only trying to. I'm sorry.
I always want to work with Michael John, and then to have it be Ted Sperling and John Botterill.
It's very collaborative. I mean, we all have our voices. Adina and Aaron and Henry, and you know, it's just a great company.
I'm very, very blessed again for that, for being able to have remarkable actors gravitate toward the work that I'm choosing to do.
It sounds cliche, but you're really, you know, you're not doing it for the money, you're doing it because you want to do something artistic and that means something to you.
The sky goes gray, then turns into blackness, erasing day.
They all work together so well.
A wind begins and builds to the howl of a million sails.
It's been the most wonderfully creative process I've had.
The lightning flash, then more, and the clouds ride with every slash. A mist appears and